Welcome back to the What's Happening podcast, and I'm your host, Free, bringing you current events from the perspective of a lover. That's me. Guys, you are not going to believe the story for today. Remember, we were talking about the young lady who saw a toddler on the road and that it could have possibly been a bait for her abduction? That young lady name was Carlee Russell, 25 years old, and I believe she is from Alabama. And do you know that Miss Thing appeared on foot at her parents' house? No toddler. uh, and let me tell you, when she was abducted, or supposedly abducted, they said only thing they saw was the wig, the car keys, the purse, and the car. And then she had called 911 and said that she had saw a toddler on the side of the road at an intersection. You know, it's really sad, especially for those out there who really going through some real trauma and going through some real dangerous silent situations. And she had the nerve to make this up. So I'm here looking at Carlee Russell's parents' interview. And I'm telling you, it is suspicious. It is suspicious. Like, first of all, when you come home, when your daughter, who have just got home from being supposedly abducted, the first thing I'm gonna do is hug my daughter, squeeze her up, make sure she's all right. But you actually got the mother here saying that she saw that her daughter was in a state. She didn't really even give her a hug, and she saw that she was in a state, and she let the medical take care of her. I'm even gonna let you guys hear a piece, because this is out of control. Here is the interview.
That moment you all first laid eyes on her again, what was it like?
To me, I mean, just so much joy.
This morning, in an exclusive sit-down with NBC News, the parents of 25-year-old Carlee Russell are speaking out, describing the moment their daughter appeared on their doorstep after being missing for more than 48 hours. What did you do when you saw her?
We tried to hug her as best we could, but I had to stand back because she was not in a good state. So we had to stand back and let medical professionals work with her.
Excuse me? What? I'm not even laughing at this because this is not even funny. I'm gonna let you hear a little bit more.
But
She seems to be lost for words, not crying or anything. I'm really being honest with you. I'm just not believing a word of it. In fact, I think that when I listen to this interview, it seems like they don't even want to go too deep into anything. There's a lot of mystery. It's like they know something. He did something wrong, you know, and they trying to cut down as much as the, I don't know if I should call it humiliation or cut down as much as they can. But this girl's in trouble. That's what I'm gonna tell you. She's in trouble. I'm gonna play you some more.
Last Thursday, police say Carlee called 911 to report a toddler walking alone on the interstate. She pulled over while on the phone with a family member who described hearing Carlee scream.
Her vehicle's unlocked, running, all her personal belongings except for her phone.
On the scene, police found no sign of Carlee or a child, and they say no children were reported as missing during that time period.
Not even a child was missing? It goes deeper, guys, because I'm going to let you hear what the full police press and they went into her search records online and to see that this girl been playing games and been planning on playing games for a minute. Let me go deeper.
The Russells waited in agony until Saturday night.
there were actually just so many calls and texts from people who maliciously lied to us. I just felt people could be so evil.
Authorities have not indicated where Carlee was during the 48 hours she was missing or what happened. Her parents declined to share what their daughter told them, citing the ongoing investigation.
And can you tell me
What happened Saturday night? Did you just get a knock at the door?
Anything leading to the case itself, we can't discuss that.
But they said
You cannot discuss everything leading to the case. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? Because if your daughter is missing, I think I want to discuss it all. You know, this happened, every little detail, this happened. What are they trying to hide? They trying to hide that this is a hoax. That's what they trying to hide. I'm gonna go a little bit more deeper.
speculation about the circumstances surrounding Carlee's disappearance are only making things worse.
She's having to deal with the trauma of people just making completely false allegations about her.
Her family now urging the public to let the investigation play out, but mentioning an abductor. Her mother asking to read a brief message to the public.
Carlee has given detectives her statement so that they can continue to pursue her abductor.
Do you believe that there's an abductor still out there?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And the father is just looking there like a potato. I ain't gonna lie. He haven't even said nothing yet. This is strange. This is very strange. From what I understand so far, the police are able to look over everything that happened. They're able to identify everything that happened up to the abduction, but for those 48 hours, they are not able to figure out what happened, what took place. But let's go into the full police press conference and play a couple parts from there for you to hear what they have recovered, what they had discovered from her social media and from her search type-ins on our computer or from her phone, excuse me. Now we're going to bring you the Hoover Police, I believe, chief. He's going to have some words. Here we go.
911 disappeared. From that point, our focus has been to determine Carlee's whereabouts during that time and what exactly took place. Let me say up front, this investigation is not over. We're still working this case. We've worked in this case until we uncover every piece of evidence that helps us account for 49 hours that Carlee Russell was missing. However, through the public interest and in some cases public fear that this story has generated, we owe it to our citizens to tell them the facts that we have uncovered. So I will give you the facts that we know today. On July 13th, at approximately 8:20 p.m., Carlee left work for business at the summit. Surveillance video from her place of employment shows Carlee concealed a dark-colored bathrobe, a roll of toilet paper, and other items belonging to the business prior to her departure. She ordered food from Tzatziki's at the Colonnade and traveled there. She then traveled to Target on 280, where she purchased some granola bars and cheeses. From there, she remained in the parking lot at that shopping center until 9:21 p.m. when she drove to I-459.
Okay, so what it sounds like to me is it looked like she might have been preparing for all of this journey that she's taken us through, this horror that she's taken, and this fear that the public is being taken through. It looked like she prepared herself. We said here we're going to talk about mental health. That's what we're doing right now, because I think Miss Lady been watching a little bit too much of these horror shows, you know, and they're even going to talk about that too. When I say horror shows, I mean these abduction shows and these shows like Taken, but we're going to get there. But listen here. Look like she had her preparation going, and all of this is what took place before she went to the interstate. I'm going to continue on.
Carlee communicated on her cell phone with individuals known to her while on her path of travel up to the point of calling 911 at 9:34 p.m.
Okay, here is Carlee Russell's 911 call.
Hi, I am on Interstate 459, and there is a kid just walking by themselves.
Oh, hold on. Where on 459 are you?
I'm right next to the exit 10 by the Hoover Met, like to get off by the Hoover Met.
Okay, so you're before that exit?
Yes.
Okay, and were you headed southbound or northbound? Like toward Tuscaloosa or toward 280?
Towards Tuscaloosa.
Okay. And was the child on the left or right side?
On the right side.
Were they walking northbound or southbound?
They're walking towards Tuscaloosa.
Walking southbound? Or how old do they look?
Like a toddler, like maybe like 3 or 4.
Did you pull over with them? Are you still with them?
Yes.
Okay, are you with the child right now?
No, I'm not. I didn't get out of the car. I can see them though.
Do you mind staying and keeping an eye on them until we get there?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay, what kind of car are you in?
I'm in a red Mercedes-Benz.
Is that a sedan or SUV?
SUV. I mean, it's a sedan. Sorry.
Can you put your hazards on for me?
Yeah, they're on.
Okay. Did you talk to the child at all, or did you say anything to them?
No.
Okay.
No.
Do they look like they're injured?
No, they don't.
Are they white, black, Hispanic, or Asian?
They're white.
Okay.
Imagine, y'all. Imagine that she could possibly have made this up. Just imagine that. I'm gonna play some more.
Is it male or female?
I think it's a boy, a little boy.
White male? Okay. Is he wearing clothes?
Yes.
Okay. What is he wearing?
It's a white T-shirt, and it doesn't look like he has any pants on. It looks like a diaper.
And you don't see any cars anywhere?
No cars are anywhere.
I don't know about y'all, but I think if I saw something like that, I think my first reaction would be to get out of the car. I'm gonna be honest. Probably get out of the car. Probably put them in the car. I don't know. You know, when you're in certain situations, you ain't really thinking. But a toddler out with a white T-shirt and his pampered, you know, I don't even know if I would have gave abductors an opportunity to abduct me, because I probably would have did it so fast. Took it to the hospital and boom, boom, boom. So I'm going to tell you, a lot of this is just feeling and sounding very strange. I'm going to let you hear the last piece, and then we're going to move on to her what else she did around this whole catastrophe.
Okay. All right. What's your name?
My name is Carlee Russell.
And you don't see any injuries on the child from where you're at, correct?
No, but I can't really see them that good.
Okay, try to keep an eye on them for the best that you can, because I don't want you to lose track of them.
Okay.
All right, and do they have shoes on?
No.
Shoes?
Not that I can see. I can't really see that well.
Okay. All right. I've got
Okay.
them on the way, okay? Just try to keep an eye on them, but officers are on the way, okay?
Okay, thanks.
That was Carlee Russell's 911 call. For those who just joined us, we are leaning in, and we're investigating and doing our own little investigation and our own exploration of the case with Carlee Russell disappearance, or should I say abduction. And now that she has returned, we are looking at all of this speculation and all of the questions surrounding the interview with the parents and surrounding all of the activities that led up to her abduction. And now we're going to head back to the things that the police did find out about the case, about what she's been up to. Now, I don't think I even knew that they received a call from the mother as well, saying that the daughter was abducted. Let's hear more from the police.
Straight, 600 yards. The Hoover 911 Center received a second call from Carlee's mother, saying that a relative was on the phone with her when they heard Carlee scream, and then they had an open phone line. Hoover police officers arrived on the scene within 5 minutes of being dispatched, and several other officers arrived shortly. They located Carlee's wig and cell phone in the grass near the vehicle. Her purse was located in the front seat of her vehicle with her Apple Watch in the purse. The food she ordered for Tzatziki's was also in the car. The items she purchased from Target, as well as the items taken from her place of employment, were not in the vehicle, nor were they located anywhere around the scene. Hoover police deployed all available assets from the point in the search for Carlee.
No snacks there. That's convenient. All the things that she ordered that she wanted to take, that she ordered, her snacks and everything. Oh boy.
Additional resources were called in to include our own drug unit, crime scene investigators, numerous detectives responded to the scene. Throughout the day Friday, officers from surrounded local and federal agencies assisted Hoover police in the search for Carlee Russell. Officers returned to the scene on 459 to conduct a thorough line search for evidence. K-9 teams from the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department responded to check for any sign of Carlee, the child that she claimed to see, and anything else that could be considered evidence in this case. Those searches all turned up empty.
All of the searches for the child, for evidence, for footprints, for this, for that, all turned up empty. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to the part where they let us know about her searches before this incident, her searches on her phone through the web. So now, after she's being treated now, she gives her statement to the detectives, and this is what she had to say.
During the statement, she told detectives that while traveling down the interstate, she saw a baby walking down the side of the road and called 911. She stated when she got out of her vehicle to check on the child, a man came out of the trees and mumbled that he was checking on the baby. She claimed that the man then picked her up and she screamed. She stated he then made her go over a fence. She claims he then forced her into a car, and the next thing she remembers is being in the trailer of an 18-wheeler. She stated that the male was with a female. However, she never saw the female, only hearing her voice. She also told detectives she could hear a baby crying. She told detectives the male had orange hair with a big bald spot on the back. She said she was able to escape the 18-wheeler and fled on foot, only to be captured again and then was put in a car. She claims she was then blindfolded but was not tied up because the captor said they did not want to leave impressions on her wrists.
So she escaped the 18-wheeler of a bald-headed, orange-haired man, all to be taken again into a next vehicle where she was blindfolded. And they had so much concern for her that they didn't put anything around her wrist because they didn't want to leave any marks around her wrist. Do you know how strange this sounds? Let me continue.
She said that they took her into a house and made her get undressed. She believes they took pictures of her, but she does not remember them having any physical or sexual contact. She stated the next day she woke up and was fed cheese crackers by the female. She said the woman also played with her hair, but could not remember anything else. At some point, she was put back in a vehicle she claims was able to escape while it was in the West Hoover area. She told detectives she ran through lots of woods until she came out near her residence. During this interview, detectives noted that Carlee had a small injury to her lip, and she claimed that her head was hurting. She also had
After all that running through the trees to escape, she just had one small little something on her lip, and her head was hurting. That is very strange. Running through a whole bunch of bushes, you would have had scrapes on your legs, scrapes on your body, couple maca would have stuck you. This is amazing to even know that she made this up.
a tear in her shirt. Detectives also noted that she had $107 cash in her right sock.
She arrived and had cash? $107. Why would you be abducted and able to leave with cash in your sock? Who gave you them socks back? I know, I am not even trying to be funny, but it's a whole lot of pampering going on for this to be an abduction.
Out of respect for Carlee and her family, detectives did not press for additional information in this interview and made plans to speak with her in detail after giving her time to rest. Detectives continue analyzing data from Carlee's cell phone that was left behind at the scene. We enlisted
Okay, they didn't want to, they didn't want to traumatize her, so they gave her some time to rest after getting this first statement. But now we go a little bit more deeper now into her records.
With the help of the United States Secret Service in conducting this analysis. Part of what data includes several internet searches in the days leading up to her disappearance that I think are very relevant to this case. On July 11th at 7:30 a.m.
Now we enter into the searches that she entered in up, coming into this abduction.
Giving her time to rest. Detectives continue analyzing data from Carlee's cell phone that was left behind at the scene. We enlisted the help of the United States Secret Service in conducting this analysis. Part of what data includes several internet searches in the days leading up to her disappearance that I think are very relevant to this case.
I want to know.
On July 11th at 7:30 a.m., the term "you have to pay for an Amber Alert" was searched. On July 13th at 1:03 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term "how to take money from a register without being caught" was searched. On July 13th at 2:13 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term "Birmingham Bus Station" was searched. On July
Planning her abduction and planning her cover up at the same time.
13th, 2:35 a.m., a search for a one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville was conducted with a departure date of July 13th. On July 13th at 12:10 p.m., a search for the movie Taken, a film about abduction, was conducted.
This girl searched up the movie Taken. And if anybody know about that movie, it's about a girl being taken by some abductors, and her trying to find her way back. I'm telling you, some mental health is in this right here. You have some people who take things way, way, way too far. And then now they're going as far as wanting to play with they want to play with actual people's feelings. Have police, I'm about to say have popo, Lord. Have police out there doing a search. Even have their parents calling in. I don't know if they knew about it or not, but it is just very sad. Very sad. And I'm going to just play this last piece for you before we go into our next story for today.
The researchers later to Amber Alerts on a computer at Carlee's place of employment, including one regarding the maximum age of an Amber Alert. There were other searches on Carlee's phone that appeared to shed some light on her mindset, but out of respect for her privacy, we will not be releasing the content of those searches at this time.
So she denied another interview, and they still have yet to really uncover where she's been in the last the 48 hours. So that is pretty much the story right there. Police is out there looking for an abductor when it's quite possible, and I almost want to say clear, that this girl made this up. And let me just let you hear one more thing on what these parents have to say. It's really a whole lot of nothing.
Also said your daughter is a fighter and she would find a way back to you.
I felt that in my heart.
Is that what happened?
She did. She found her way back to us. However, we can't discuss the details of that.
But they said
Still cannot discuss the details. If that is not suspicious, I don't know what it is. So that is the story on Carlee Russell. I believe they are still investigating more based off of everything that she said and based off of everything, all the evidence that they have found. If you ask me, I think she should go ahead. Charge her. Charge her, charge her. I think she will definitely be going to prison for this. I believe it started off as a local situation, then it turned into a national emergent, like national alert, what do you call it? it became national news, so this is very unfortunate. Playing with people's emotions, playing with people's feelings. We out here wishing her well. We out here praying for her safety, and she's out here, making decisions that she did not think through. Acting upon acting upon things that she just, I'm lost for words. Let's just put it like that. You know, I'm lost for words. So I'm gonna go ahead and just call this an end for this episode, but we are going to go into the new country song that has been recorded, and all of the reactions and the controversy around this country song, talking about that it can't happen in a small town. So y'all stay tuned for that. Again, I'm your host, Free, at What's Happening Podcasts. And thank you for rocking with us. Thank you for coming through, listening, supporting, following us on Instagram at What's Happening Live Podcast. Please continue to send in your statements and your topics and your questions, all of that good stuff at What's Happening Live Podcast at gmail.com. And enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Peace.